It's like 8 o'clock Saturday here. Had like 10 hours of meltdown shutdowns. Just got up, had a lavender bath, I literally just stuck my hair on my head and rolled out. There's a few people about, but it's pretty quiet, pretty peaceful. Keep turning the camera off because I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. And I don't know whether I'm even, like, I only really create when I feel called to create. If I don't feel called to create, then it normally does more harm than good to push myself to create. I keep putting the camera on, keep trying to flow, things coming through, but I'm not really sure. I feel like there's some conflicted intention. I don't know, or maybe I'm just overthinking it because of now I'm so paranoid about intention. I don't know. It's a lot right now, and I know like what I'm dealing with, like there's like a whole world full of people that deal with it, but obviously that doesn't make any bit of difference to how difficult it is individually for each of us to navigate and go through our personal struggles, regardless if it could be worse, it could be better. Regardless of if you're not alone, you are, like, well, it don't really make a damn difference, because fundamentally you are alone. That's a comforting, supportive message. Ain't no one coming to save you. And when things get out of hand, especially emotionally, like, sometimes boundaries need to be set. You know, I'm finding like a balance. Like I was saying in the video, the Love Day video, just about how I'm always here and open for like those that I truly care for. And there's only a select few that are really in my life like that. And to like be open for those difficult conversations, be open to deal with things, but also know when to say, okay, enough now, I'm not okay. Like meltdowns, shutdowns, not at the expense of myself kind of energy. And sometimes it gets to that, and sometimes it's impossible to prevent it getting to that unless you're going to sit in cotton wool for the rest of your life when you deal with things like, you know, whatever it is, PTSD, CPTSD, neurodivergence, whatever it is. There's so many different things, different labels, you know, for things that we deal with, but regardless of what it is, the things that you deal with as a human, yeah. So I feel like I've come to a point where it's like, you know what, I've been fully invested, fully open, and like prioritized certain relationships that's needed healing for about 5 years now or more. And I feel like I am happy and confident in myself that I've done everything I can do. And this again comes down to just your own discernment or whatever it is, I suppose. It's that thing of sometimes it's so painful to try that we don't bother. Like healing things is not for the weak. And it's like, it takes strength of heart. I've been trying to get a video of this little bird, and this little bird just come back. Now I'm distracted. Stay there, fella. He's a sensitive little one, and I'm not in any no bird watching energy right now. It's like, you know, even when I fed the cat, she was just like, oh, 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 somebody pissed off the witch. So let me give her some space, just eat my food. And it wasn't like I was so pissed, because I'm so aware, like I was so calm, but it's like an energy thing, like I know she can just feel it, like whoa, heavy energy. And that's what I'm saying about intention as well, because it's like, I am my own therapist, as toxic as some may find that, and there's reasons for that, and that's from being pushed into therapy as a child and having certain things happen that I've had to re-therapy myself about. So I feel like now picking up the phone and videoing and just talking is kind of becoming like a little journal when I'm physically not there enough to write, like because of like coming out of meltdowns, coming out of shutdowns, and just feeling like writing's too painful. Those of you that will get that will get that. But it's really hard. It's such a conflicting thing to have, and it's like, I get it, like I fully get it in terms of like different, like, you know, different things. And from my understanding of ADHD, like I understand why it's so hard for, it's like people really think you're pulling their legs, you know what I mean? In terms of, how can you be so loud and banging around and making all the racket and then literally be having a meltdown because of like a really normal sounding sound to everyone else? And it does seem like it's like, oh, it's alright when it's you, but it's not when it's someone else, kind of vibe, 222. And it's like, oh my god, it's so not that. Like, it's completely not that. But no matter how many ways I go around explaining what's going on with me, what I am, what it is, what happened, and what's been happening my whole life, unfortunately, it can't be understood. And this is something that's really frustrating, but it's also like, I don't kind of want people to understand. Like, because I've also had that thing where, because of certain things I face, certain, like, whatever it is, it's like people only know the energy they have. And sometimes people live a very peaceful, unchaotic life, unconscious, or even if it's not unconscious, but just like never really had, like maybe the height of the trauma was something that they haven't experienced a higher level of that in their body, and then just meeting me alone, they experience that higher level of energy, even if it's not in a traumatic way or I've done anything. It's just like, you feel that energy from me. It's energy they've never felt. It doesn't feel nice. I'm now the trigger for that energy. It's like, oh, right, enough of this now. That's kind of how it feels for me, where it's like, all right, like, we've heard this how long, like hypochondriac kind of vibes. All right, I've had enough of this now. It's like that kind of energy. And it's really hard. And it's like, I can understand everybody from their neurotypical perspective. I can understand everybody from their ADHD perspective. I can understand everybody from their autistic perspective, right? And it's not a perspective, from brain, okay? But for me to try and get my point across. it is a perspective from that brain, but no one can seem to I'm not understood. Like ADHD is not understanding me, neurotypical is not understanding me, and it's just like, it's frustrating and it's hard, because it's like looking back into and getting an empty eye, looking into empty eyes. People are there for you, they love you, they're really there, but they're not there. I'm feeling a disconnect. I see this like some quote or some message thing on Instagram, and it was like, loneliness isn't, like, there's different types of loneliness, and there's a loneliness of being physically alone, but then there's like loneliness of being in a room full of people but no one really seeing you, like feeling completely misunderstood, or like there's a disconnect, from others, from being seen, I suppose the word, like, or understood, or, you know, it's like no one really knows the real you. And it's like, but again, it's like I'm just being mindful of the fuel, because it's like that whole cosplay energy, but like in anger? Like, are we going down Joker Road with this kind of energy, or are we going down I don't know, like a more of a Sailor Moon vibe? Because it creates a lot of resentment, creates a lot of bitterness, because it's like people bully you and they don't even know they're bullying you. Like, their honest truth is they're not. Their honest truth is they're not doing anything wrong. And the honest truth is that it's like, it's not intentional. But realistically, like, in terms of on paper, like, I don't see it as a disability. Yeah, like, I don't see it as me being born with a disability. Like, I'm different. Like, my brain's different to that brain's different to that brain. We've all got strengths and weaknesses within that type of brain. There's not actually anything wrong with me. I'm quite perfectly God-made. What's actually wrong is the fact that some group of fellas decided to create a society that only fits one brain. And if you don't join in that, like, and you're taught that way, and then if you don't do that, then you can't survive. But you can't do that because your brain doesn't do that. That whole judging the fish by the ability to climb a tree energy that I always mention, it's like it's a madness, to be honest. I'm making myself laugh because there's just like a few energies about that I'm picking up on right now that I just know, you know, when you just know, like, oh, but you know, like, no, come back to that owning your aura, bro. You don't need to be going anywhere. Remember your own advice, Sally. But no, if I feel called to leave, I will. But I don't think it's that. I think it's fear, where I'm not feeling too strong in myself right now. But that can shift with a moment, with a second, with a thought, with a belief, with a remembrance of thy spirit. So yeah. I just turned off the video. It's 8:44. But I just had confirmation. It's like, no, it's not about that, but your intuition's kicking off, because yeah, it's time to move, but not for the reason why you think it might be. That's a logical, see this, is it because of that? No, it's not because of him, it's because it's time. It's time to fly into the next bit of the day. My plan was actually just to hang around there and just... Yeah, I was just going to find a place to chill, but I can't even chill. I just feel like no, so... I've been brought to such a state of surrender and I cannot deal with it. The moon looks so lovely last night. I'm going to add that quick because, oh my darling. You can never quite capture it in its beautiful essence. Well, some people can, I didn't, but oh honey, honey, oh honey, honey. Part of me thinks if I watch myself at my lowest, smoking cigarettes, unbrushed hair, looking like this, it will wake me up to do something about it. But the girl has nothing left to give. To give. 122. Long time ago in Bethlehem. Jesus. Yeshua. Oh, a peppermint hot chocolate. It's lovely. Got the washing on. Always got the washing on. Can't hear me probably, can you? I've not got a mic on either. I don't know what I'm doing. It's all gone left, Larry. I don't even want this, you know. Them ones are like, what are you even doing this for? Why are you smoking this crap? I don't even want this. Stop self-sabotaging out of anger. Just because everyone else is giving you a hard time, don't mean you have to give yourself a hard time, lass. Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's you. In the cool atmosphere, the air is clear. Let's go. Oh, mate. Tuck me in the river and call me Charlie. One day too long. Another sad song. 322. Damn. You know when it's like getting excited about hitting rock bottom because the transformation always follows the rock bottom. You know, it's like just been there a bit too long thinking, have I missed the bus? 347. What 347? Alright. Gotta shake it off. Shake it off. Gotta shake it off and start again. One way or another. It's just a lot. I was there where I was a minute ago, chilling. I was like, oh, I was gonna just... And then things got hectic. I had to cut off the camera. I was just gonna chill there, have a little chill, have a little, you know. And then I was gonna come back, but my intuition started popping off and I was like, just leave the damn premises. So that was that. But yeah, I literally found myself Googling yesterday how to delete the YouTube channel. I'm like, why do you want to delete the YouTube channel? Like, even if everything falls to, like, just leave it there anyway, bro. Even if you don't even, like, just leave it there. Like, why do you want to delete it? Because you want to run away. Run away, baby. Who is that? Is that Bewitched? Yeah, anywho, what was I saying? What was I saying? I won't say nothing, that's why I can't think of what I was saying, because I won't say nothing, I'm just here trying to find some sanity and clarity through escaping the vanity. I think it's going to be swell. What's going to be swell? My life is swell. My life is swell. We rise from the depths of hell. My life is swell. Yeah. Okay, come on. We need to, no. We've been here way too long. You know them ones. Alice would have ate the rabbit right now. I had rabbit stew even if Alice was vegan. That's where we're at right now. It's time to get up. Yeah, it's quiet. Get up, stand up. It don't matter. None of it matters. You're feeling down. You're feeling outcast. You're feeling whatever. You're this. It's all fine. It's all divine. It's all divine. Even if it is divine, it sucks. 7:22. But it's building the new. Giving birth isn't necessarily the most comfortable experience. But what a blessing that could not... is priceless, you know. Trying to view it like that. My new life is like the birth of a child. It's not going to be comfortable, but it's going to be a miracle. It is a miracle. I am a miracle. Just tired. Then rest. But I don't want to rest. I want to go and live my life, my new life, but we're still here in the old life. Or is that just a perception? Is it that you're still clinging on to the old life while you're drained? Because the new's already here. You should have to let go. You don't want to let go of all you know. It's time to cleanse. It's time to make some big boy leaps. And I'm like putting myself in military action, military energy. That's what I would need to do. So I've done it before. I didn't think I'd need to do it again. I thought it was at the end of that. I thought I'd, but maybe it's a forever thing. I need to really pull up on my discipline and shut everything and everyone out for a minute. And I was trying to go the other way because I was like, oh, you're too isolated, man. Time to connect. You're too hard on yourself. It's too extreme. You're living too extreme. No, this is what I need to do to have a life. Maybe it is extreme. But if I don't go to them extremes, my days are, and my life is not going to be what I want it to be. So it's like, yeah, let go of everything, of like what's not working. Let go of being frustrated for where you're at. Let go and accept that, yeah, you're here. And then get your hands dirty. I need to just completely, I feel like, yeah, I got too relaxed. Maybe a little bit. It's time to up the masculine energy. But yeah, I'm excited for that as well, because I feel like it's going to go from, like, yeah. Once I can really navigate things to be able to channel this into power, like pain into power, I've got a lot of fuel here to work with. Right now I'm drowning in it, drowning in the emotion. But again, like, there's value there. It's free fuel, all this hurt, all this pain, all this rejection, all this whatever you want to call it. Because what I was trying to get to the point where I don't care, and it's like, yeah, I don't care, and then I'm like, why am I getting so bad? And it's like, look, yeah, you not caring about nothing is not like, the hurt's triggering you into transformation. You're like, oh, processing the hurt, dealing with the hurt, healing from the hurt, in the body. Wow, the washing machine is going off. But transmuting that, putting that into action, haven't been working out. Them couple of 1-2 videos I put out, that is literally all I've done. Like, I haven't, what I've posted is what I've done. I haven't done any exercise, been on that regularly. Cancelled my gym membership however many months ago. But again, it's all been things completely out of my control. It's all divine. It's not things going wrong. It's not loss. Anything as a loss is creating space for what's truly meant to be. Everything that has actually gone, everything that's fallen apart in my life, are things that I've said I don't like anyway, and I want to change, or I want to heal, or I want to, you know, change or upgrade or shift. Well, here you are now. You got to let it go. I mean, you can't drive 2 cars at the same time. As much as you love your old car and you want your new car, it's like, you can't drive them both at the same time. You can mix them 2 cars together, maybe put the doors of your old car on your new car, or the seat or the steering wheel or whatever, if you want to have that energy in the car. But you can't drive both at the same time. I'm trying to drive both at the same time. I'm trying to live 2 lives at the same time, you know? And trying to drive 2 cars at one time means neither car is driving, because by the time you got one leg in one, your other legs fell out the other one. So you're just sitting in the middle of the car thinking, well, what the bloody hell is going on here? What's going on here, Brenda? What is going on? Free. Brenda Lee. Who's Brenda Lee? What is that? What song is that coming through? Brenda Lee. My guy's playing with me. They just guided me to Brenda Lee, Emotions. Never heard the song before. Heard of her. Didn't know the song. But yeah, like, why won't you let it go, basically? Like, I made a mistake however long ago. Like, you know what I mean? Stop this heartache, or whatever the lyrics were. But what the message is coming through, I'm not sure what the actual song's written for, but what's coming through with it is, oh, please stop breaking my heart. Oh, please stop hurting me. Oh, please stop making me feel terrible. It's like, to me, it's like, please stop please stop this hurt. Please make this hurt go away. Please stop my heart breaking. Who's got the power to do that? Me. Who's got the power to forgive others? Me. Who's got the power to forgive myself? Me. Will this hurt stop? When will this? It's like, who's got the power to stop my heart hurting? Me. Who's got the power to open my heart? Me. Who's got the power to let this all go? Me. Who's got the power to take control of my new life? Me. Who's got the power to let go of the old one? Me. Who's got the power to shake this off and get myself sorted and make myself feel absolutely marvellous goddess honey today? Me. Who has the power? You know, please, I don't want to feel like this anymore. Who are you asking to stop making you feel like this anymore? Me. By being more loyal to my own self and my own emotions and my own emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, physical health than anybody else. It's like, just because you understand everybody's unconscious patterns, unconscious hurt, childhood wounds, teenage wounds, mid-adult wounds, older adult wounds, that you can handle more than them, that your heart's more open than them or whoever them is. It's like, all right, just because you can carry all this weight, do you deserve to carry it? Do you deserve to be wearing yourself down like this? You're choosing to wear yourself down like this. This is disrespect. You wouldn't disrespect anyone else like this. You wouldn't put your weight on someone else's head like this. Why are you choosing to carry weight that don't belong to you? Now you pissed your way so long. Feeling down when you don't need to. But how can you learn to fill up if you never feel down? 2, 3, 3. It's all divine. Oh my gosh, this little hair. I can't take it anymore. I need to go and sort my life out. Sort it out, honey. Sort it out, let it sprout. Even like patterns that I'm doing right now, things that I'm doing right now, I haven't done for years, like years. Like when I used to say when I was doing my 9 to 5, how many years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was. I would literally, like, someone, like my sister, my mum or whoever, I would literally go and get me coffee to get up so I could go to work. Or I couldn't get to work. And what I noticed was literally like this. It was, you have to work to live. We all get jobs. We have to work to live. You all have a 9 to 5. You have to work to live. That's my programming. Like my dad works for himself, family things, but either way, work to live. He does 6 days a week for forever. My mum's like corporate world. So it's like, okay, you have to work to live. So there was no question. And I remember even like being in assembly at school and things where it was like, there was no question. I was told, you have to sit here still. And I would literally always get like, why can't you be more like Laura? Because she's so well behaved. And like people hated me because they were like, oh, this goody two shoes. Because I would literally sit there and like I wouldn't move, but I'm not breathing, bro. Like when I'm telling you how heavily I would mask, it was like, obviously I must be an angel because, and all I'd hear is from like when I go to friends' houses or like from their parents, it's like, oh, we didn't even know she was there. It's like, oh, she's so good. She's so well behaved. It's like, we didn't even know she was there. Meanwhile, I've got a whole tsunami going on within me. But everybody else sat like that. Everybody else did that. And the embarrassment, the fear of standing out or being seen after being bullied as it was like too much to risk. And of course I was still getting mullered anyway because it was obvious I looked like a lunatic because literally sitting like meditation back straight, kind of like completely tense, like just completely still, respond on cue, always polite, know exactly what to say to everyone, every teacher, how to move, what to do, like for the best. Like I know what they need to hear. I know what they want, in order for me to be treated kindly, or as kind as I could in the moment. It's like, do you know them ones? It was always like, as much as people thought it was because of this or that, it's like there was an element of selfish intention that was definitely driven by fear, of needing to keep myself okay and safe, from the humiliation that I seen because of the unconscious adults that would, how they were treating everyone. Like, you know, the world is. So then when it came to like, I did 1 week, I think it was, in sixth form or whatever it's called, and I did like a week and then I left. I don't think I even went in for that week, because I was told, like, you have to go to school, you have to go to college, you have to go to uni, you have to go to work, whatever. I wasn't really programmed about the college and the uni stuff like some people are. Like, it was more like work. Like, my dad worked from like 12 or whatever it was. Like, he's all like like his side of the family is like that old school man's mentality. And my mum, really hardworking, like still now, works all hours and really cares, like how you really care. Like, you know how people work and they're not really attached? It's like, no, fully invested in what she does and takes like real care. And I always was really inspired by that, which I still am in everything I do. That's something that I love. But obviously with the programming that the majority of us are brought up with, it's like, when it got to the work thing, it's like, oh, well, that's the only option, like going to the assembly. I couldn't say, oh, sorry, I'm not coming to the assembly because I can't sit down on the floor. What do you mean you can't sit down on the floor? Why are you misbehaving? Why are you being difficult? That's the kind of energy I would have got. And I knew that was what I was going to get before asking, thank God, because of my intuitive, you know, or not even like psychic gifts, as being kind of tuned in from that as a child, even not trusting my intuition, but like in some situations it was like, it was always very there, but I was just a bit alarmed by it. So it's like I saw what was coming before it come, and I did what I needed to do to prevent myself from that in a way that no questions were asked, because I didn't like how unkind people were at school. Not just like, yeah, some, like, not everyone, but some of the kids, like children, adults, teenagers, whatever. And obviously unconscious teachers that are just pissed off getting up, don't even want to be there for the wrong reasons, or just like, we all go through hurt, we're all like that unconscious behaviour, whatever it is, taking it out on those around them. It was like, wow, we're really like in the wild out here. You keep your head down and you move this way. It's like proper militant, masking kind of energy, and that's really what I did like throughout my whole life. Jobs, I always worked in the hospital, and I worked in different jobs that really like all different jobs. I think my first job I was a PA to deputy director of nursing. But I always made sure they were like temporary, like, you know, when you do like contracting kind of things where you just come in for a certain amount of time, and then I'll keep it moving so that no one, so that there wasn't a risk of anyone catching on how I really am in the day, I would like, for lack of a better term. So it's like, my reputation would be laid, my work's phenomenal. Obviously, with the way the brain is, it's like when you're on that speedy brain, you're doing more work than a neurotypical brain. If you're crashing, you're doing nothing. But the way that I was running things, it was like, it was just like, if I was having a day where I was shut down, I would take a day off for something that's respected. So it's like, oh yeah, no, she needs this time. But or I'd say like if I'm unwell, but like I am unwell, but maybe not in the way that people would understand, But then the next day I'll do like 4 or 5 days work in an hour, and people are like, of course. And then people want to call me in to do certain projects because people's intention isn't actually if I was okay, it was they want the work done. And for the place that I was in, it wasn't one of them ones where, because some jobs they want you to do less or stick to certain numbers, or it wasn't like that. It was, for a lot of the time, it was, this is really an asset, like the way that I can get things done, and my focus when I'm focused is unmatched, and therefore I wasn't questioned how maybe others would be, because it was like there was no fear of me not being or prediction of me not being reliable, or even when I had time off, it wasn't ever registered like I'm somebody that has time off. When it's like, oh, another doctor's, oh, you're not feeling good, oh, this is all we hear. It's kind of like what I was saying with the thing of like, oh, this again. It's like, as businesses, we don't need this. That they don't want to hear it. A lot of places, when it comes to that 9 to 5 setting, there's a lack of care. So it's like, I knew that, I worked with that, and jumped around all different roles. Honestly, my way of creating is so like, but it's like, this is it. So I had to jump off and jump back on. Hello. Do I want to sit down? Yeah, so job roles. So did all the job roles, many different job roles, like contracty energy would be 3, 6 months, sometimes a year, sometimes 2 years in a certain place if it was going well and I had it all down under wraps. Always enjoyed like what I did, always got on with everyone, always had great reputation in terms of managers, few clashes in terms of like that kind of unconscious Karen collisions of like being absolutely humiliated and completely out of line things being said to me in front of a whole waiting room full of patients and all kinds of things that went on. But other than that, no, everything calm. A tremendous amount of strength every day, not to do the work, not to, literally just to keep up appearances, to mask, to show up in a certain way. I'll change my hair colour, my vibe, my look, whatever, every other few months. Kind of not leaving one kind of image around long enough for anyone to get to know, or, you know, it's like constant chameleon, so no one knows what's real and what's not. And then I got on really, really well with one of the directors at the hospital, and he was like someone I really looked up to, and he actually offered me a permanent position from the like contracting vibe. And the cat's just alerting me to something. When I'm telling you, yeah, this cat, honestly, I don't know what I can give her. There's nothing that's going to be enough. Sold fish, like literally a whole fish, a whole sold fish, a whole shark. Like, what do you want, kitty? Because when I'm telling you, this cat's like my confidant. Oh, you hear the tap? You hear the spiritual confirmation? Drip, drip. And as soon as something's about to happen, there she is. Yo. Meow, meow. Either someone's coming here, someone's coming there, or something's going to happen, someone's coming to the door, or there's a change in dynamic, or my delivery's coming. she was like, yo. Prepare yourself, girl. Prepare yourself. I just honestly obsessed. This cat saved my life. This cat really saved my life. Every day. I don't know how I can repay her, but I hope to one day. Crown her. Get her a crown and a throne and a penthouse capture kind of vibe with all the levels and all the fluff. Maybe I own a house and I own a bedroom at this point because astonished. Yeah, but I don't know what she's saying. I know she's saying something and now she's delaying me. No, she's not delaying me. Oh yeah, she's mad. I just see what it is. She's nuts, mate. Yeah, now she's just there meditating like, yeah, you got the message for good. Wasting my time, make me jump up and down. Meow, meow, meow. Get it the first time, honey. Got you. Over and out. Okay, what was I saying? Did I turn the bath off? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so second lavender bath run of the day. Haven't even got ready for the day, but we're on the second bath to get ready for the day. It's now 3 o'clock in the 3:30 in the afternoon. 2:30 in the afternoon. I just want to wrap this up so I can chill because I've only got literally. What have I got? I've got about 20 minutes to wrap this up. Bath. Get ready and start again. Cool. So yeah, when I was offered a permanent position and it was like people were dreaming of this job and it's like, how's this like, because I was young at the time, like there's some really experienced people that wanted the job and the director's like, no, I want to offer this to you. And I had to decline and I was like, a permanent role? You want to trap me here forever? No, honey, I can't be permanent because when you're permanent, then you can't, like, it's not easy just to leave. And I didn't even know what ADHD, what autism, what neurodivergence was, or even existed, or what the brain, like, I didn't even understand, like, I don't know. I was born this way, I know how I feel. I tried to copy what everyone else was doing. It was really difficult. Couldn't work out why I couldn't do what everyone else seems to be doing quite naturally. Fought with all my might to role play what I needed to do what you're meant to do in life. Go to school, get a job, go to the 9 to 5, sit down, shut up, sing along. You know, sing when you're told to sing along and shut up when you're told to shut up and get on with it. And I have so many health problems because literally just was not even my authentic self for 1 minute of the day for, well, the whole of 32 years. It's like, yeah, behind closed doors. But the amount of time that I was on my own compared to masking, like unmasked compared to masked, it was like, no wonder no one knows that you wasn't like that. But you was able to do this. And it's like, if only you knew what it took for me to do that. And even the littlest of gestures, people say, oh, but that was nice and we used to really enjoy that. No, you used to really enjoy that. It would take me a week's worth of energy and a week's worth of recovery to do one little thing that, so you could enjoy it. It's nice. And it's like, yeah, sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it ain't. And a lot of the time I'm finding now it's not. And I always wondered, like, oh, what is it? Is it a fear of, like, being trapped in a job, in the same job? But it's like, it's all so clear now. It wasn't an option. And then, like, literally, like, 3 months before the pandemic was announced, is this my delivery? No, it's the concrete guy from the other house. Okay. Yeah, like 3 months or... No, not even 3 months. A month before that, I had my first ever meltdown in work. When I'm telling you, I masked, like, without a slip-up for, like, 30 years. And my very last job I had, again, divine, it was something so minor, considering the things that I have managed to mask through. But it was just that one little thing too much, and I had a full-blown meltdown in front of my manager. And I was like, I think I said something like, oh, I'm sorry, I got PTSD, like, tried to say something like that. But it wasn't anything triggering from trauma that was even going on. And then the more now I'm thinking about it, I was literally had these feelings come up. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the panic attack. And I was like, what's happening right now? And I was like, you turned the heating up. You just registered the heating's got hot. There's a temperature change. Someone sprayed a spray, the aerosol spray that I don't really use, or like that hairspray or deodorant spray, I don't use that kind of stuff now. But even that, the smell of that, what? But it's like, you'd never think that when you don't know. It's like, you look for something terrible. And I wonder, did I even manifest, like, again, everyone has their own beliefs, but even to a degree, like, did I counter manifest certain situations because I was looking for a reason why I wasn't okay? Because if, when I was younger, I was like, oh, you're overstimulated because of the radio. Not in a desperate fight to work out what's wrong with me or to reaffirm, like energetically reconfirm that there is something wrong with me. And that if I am this way that everyone seems to view as messed up, then it's better for my ego to have a really, to have a reason why I'm not normal than to not have a reason. Of course, it's just me speculating because I'm interested in this kind of business, even when it's myself and it's all raw. But, you know, it's like, and even now I'm trying to be aware of that. Because I don't want to, I want to grieve for myself. I want to be angry about this. I want to, you know, that sacred rage, but I don't want to continue to counter manifest the same reality I already did. Just in a slightly different way based off this newfound information, which isn't really anything new. It's just understanding that there's this label, that this is what it is. Nothing's changed. You still go through the same thing, but now there's a bit more understanding. And even still, I see it, like when I text people back or I don't text people back, or I say something in a certain tone, and then it's like, I'll say something like, I don't know, like it might be like, oh, I'm tired, or oh yeah, sorry, I'm not okay today, or oh, I'm not feeling too good today. And it's like, no, you are feeling good. You're a bit overstimulated then. They didn't like it. Don't spend the next hour feeling guilty that someone, that you didn't please somebody with your response, or the way you responded, or the time you responded, or, you know. So, I just don't even know. I need to get back in the bath. I need to go in the bath now and then come back and finish this video. Which is really random. How am I even going to remember where I'm at? But I'm pacing. It's about 4 hours later since I just did that last section. I'm just watching a documentary on whales. Just watched one on monkeys. I don't even know what the point of this whole video was, to be fair. Woke up in a bad mood, had some things to talk about. But yeah, I feel like moral of the story basically is just you do you and don't feel bad for nothing.